Salut everyone! In this video, I'm gonna show you the easiest, the most reliable, and the fastest way to install BattleNet on your Linux PC. Are you ready? Let's get into it. As always, we're gonna start with a little bit of context. You certainly noticed if you are following this channel, if you are subscribed to this channel, by the way, don't forget to subscribe because I'm always coming with ton of tips for Linux gamer out there. And yes, everybody loves me, I'm just saying. But this is not what the subject of the video. I already covered how to install Diablo IV on Linux. And I covered two ways of doing it. The first time I covered it was how to install Diablo IV via Bottles. And Bottles was relatively easy, and it's still a good way to do it. But you will see this one is better. I'm going to explain you why. But I also explain for the lover of Lutris out there how to run BattleNet via Lutris. And there is a third way, and you already guessed it. The third way is to run BattleNet via Heroic Game Launcher. So Heroic Game Launcher, if you look at it, you will think it will be more appropriate to install it for using it for the store implementation. And obviously right now, the store implementation does not support BattleNet. I think they support GOG, they support Amazon Prime, I don't know the name exactly, and they also support Epic Games. But the trick here, you can still take advantage of all the features related to Heroic Game Launcher and use them to install BattleNet on your machine. And one feature, in my opinion, which make this launcher a way better option compared to the two other one, is the way they manage Wine and Proton. So on paper, on Lutris, you could execute the same thing, but it's a little bit more technical to get there, and I won't be covering that because everything is going to change in the coming months with the official launch and support of UMU, but like, this is another subject for a video. But my point is, like, with Heroic Game Launcher, you can use directly Proton as your translation layer for running Windows game. And it has a huge advantage. I don't know if you notice, for example, but the latest Wine Glorious Egg Roll implementation are not getting pushed as often as before, because as I mentioned earlier, like, he's working on his new UWU or UMU project. I'm gonna have to cover that in the future when I've done like more in-depth testing about this new way of doing things. But you will be behind, and you will have to compile Wine, or to have like version of Wine which might not be as up to date as the latest experimental Proton version from Steam. And the beauty of this platform is you can use, for example, as a Wine version, the latest Proton-GE or the latest like Proton experimental, you will download directly from Steam. And this is not something they really push, but I think it's a wonderful feature. So long story short, you could run BattleNet with the latest Steam experimental Proton without having any hassle on your configuration. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So obviously the first thing you need to do is to download the latest version of Heroic Game Launcher. You have the app image here, you have the Flatpak 2, and you have others. Personally, I'm running CachyOS, which is an Arch-based distro, and I download it directly from the repository. But just in case you don't have access to the AUR, or you don't have access to the repo of CachyOS, and you're not even running Arch, you have the latest version here you can download for your favorite distro. In case your distribution is not supported here, you still have the app image you could run, and even like the Flatpak version, no problemo, la mamano. Now I assume you are able to download Heroic Game Launcher on your machine. I'm going to show you what are the different steps to install BattleNet. So the first thing you need to do is to make sure you are running Linux. Because if you are not running Linux, you just need to download BattleNet and install it on Windows like a big boy. But here on my machine, I'm running CachyOS. I have the 6.1.5 version of GIMP Plasma for this specific tutorial, and the kernel is the 6.11. I did install Heroic, so I'm gonna launch it like that. And you will see that you have a pretty simple interface there. And what you need to do is simply go to the library here and add game. So I'm gonna go step by step. Like that, you're gonna be golden. So we're gonna add a game. What you do here, you're gonna tap BattleNet. Here, you're gonna click on this, it's gonna find the image. Then select the platform to install Windows. And then here, you wanna choose, I like to choose it, change the wine prefix there. It's just showing you like where it's gonna install everything. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go into my home. I have a folder called game. I'm gonna create another one and we're gonna call this one BattleNet, for example. I like that because I kind of know where everything is after that. Here you can choose the wine version. So we're gonna stay on the default wine version for the installation, okay? And then I'm gonna show you the trick. We're gonna choose run the installer first. So at this moment, you need to go and download BattleNet. So to do that, you're gonna go on Google and type BattleNet. You're gonna go on BattleNet here, the website, and you should have download BattleNet. You download it, and when it's downloaded, it should be in your download folder here. Now you have the file, you go back to Heroic, you click on this, you go in your download folder where you downloaded the BattleNet setup, and you choose it. And now it's gonna run the setup. So we're gonna go through it together because there is a trick there. So I'm gonna choose English, continue. Now I'm gonna untick this one because I don't want it to start automatically, continue. And now it's gonna install BattleNet. And now it's installed, it's gonna launch it. But this is a moment where you don't go through, you don't log in, you just close. So you're gonna close this one. And then to select the executable, you're gonna go there and normally it should open in the prefix. You see, so we are in home, games, BattleNet. We're gonna go in drive C, program file, I think it's this one, yes, BattleNet. And here you have the launcher. So you selection this one and you do open. And as you notice, all the other Proton installed on my machine are already there. And so you can choose the one you want, then you finish, and now you have it here. Now it's installed, I'm gonna show you how to configure it, and everything's gonna be fine. So you go there, you click on configuration, you have the wine version, you can selection the one you want. Me personally, I like running it on Proton Experimental on the Proton CachyOS. So we're gonna go with Proton Experimental for the sake of it. You can verify the path there, so it's gonna check exactly like the one downloaded from Steam. Hey, you continue down. I don't use eSync, so I removed it. I remove AveSync because I don't use it either. And here I validated the DXVK and VAPI auto update. So that's all. Here for others, I disabled BattleEye anti-cheat and easy anti-cheat runtime because we're running BattleNet. I don't think they are using any of those. And that's all I'm using here. You could, if you want, enable Mongo HUD here. Let's do it for the sake of doing it. And here you have access to all the arguments and variable and wrapper related to BattleNet. So if you want to add something specific, this is where you're going to add it. So here it's not really readable. I will be my, feedback toward Heroic Game Launcher when you start to really dive into it, but it still works. And here's the game scope. So enable upscaling and enable FPS militaire, this type of stuff. But we are not running it like that. We're going to launch it on Proton. Click on play there, and ta-da, is gonna pop up. So I'm gonna log in, and I'm gonna install G4 just for you. I just log in on my account, and now I'm gonna install Diablo IV, and we're gonna run it. You will see it's gonna be pretty straightforward. So you go there, everything works. I'm gonna install it. I'm gonna put a desktop, why not? Everything should be fine. And there is something I wanna show you there, because I think it's pretty funny, and it's gonna be another tutorial in the future. Let me know in the comment below if you want to know how I'm able to get this type of speed for downloading the game. So right now, I don't know if you see it here, but we are downloading at like 2.5 gigabytes per second. And the thing is, like, my connection is not that fast. I'm using something called LAN cache. So if you want to hear about it, just tell me in the comment below. And I'm going to make a full video about how to set up LAN cache properly from the get-go. Anyways, we have 130 gigabytes to download. It's going to be pretty fast, but still. Game is downloaded. Let's jump into it, and you will see, like, it's going to be fun. So we have the support of MongoOS with my own configuration, as you can see at the top. I'm going to click through it. So my guess is like the FPS are locked at 150. We're going to go into the option. And if you go under, so I'm going to remove vertical sync. And here you will notice that I can still choose DLSS. It's available. I'm going to put it on quality. I can still also enable NVIDIA Reflex. I'm going to go with boost. And I'm going to put the limit, for example, at 400. Save that. And boom, we are in. So I noticed like this place is super demanding in terms of FPS. But if I go a little bit further, in another location, you will see like FPS won't be a problem at all. And we'll be running more around like, you know, 260, 280. But most of the time, like my recommendation when it comes to that will be to lock the FPS at around like 190. 190 is enough in my opinion. Even if you have a really high refresh rate. I'm running on a 270 Hz monitor here. And I noticed like this is way more than enough. So 190 stable. You can see the frames there, like it's not going to move anytime soon. And I'm pretty sure right now I'm still compiling the shader in the back. So I'm not at 100% like where I should be. But yeah, that's all. And voila. You have now BattleNet running through Heroic. And again, like, it's super fast. You don't have a lot of tweak to do. You can switch the version of Proton if you want. You can go and tweak whatever you want. But the main idea here is like it's an easy way to run your game through Proton and avoid Wine. Because sometimes Wine can be a little bit messy. And having the opportunity to benefit from the latest version of Proton, whether they are like directly taken from Steam or the custom one you are using, is just, in my opinion, like a really, really good value added. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to add a thumbs up to this video. If you want to give a comment, just put it down there. It really helps the algorithm. I want to thank again all the members of La Crème de la Crème Club, whether it's through the YouTube membership or the Patreon. Guys, you are the best. If you want to see me play this game, I will be running it on my stream on Wednesday and Friday. So don't forget to subscribe, and like that you will see like what are the performance on my machine and how everything looks on Linux. Guys, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Bisous bisous.